CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 10 of The Simpsons Hit and Run. Last time, we completed the third level of the game, which ended with us finding Bart, whose brain has been scrambled. And so, to celebrate us finally being free of Lisa's reign of terror, we can now play as Marge. So anyways, before we talk to Bart, let's head outside. Anyways, as you can see, we are back in Evergreen Terrace, only this time at night. So anyways, basically, for this level, the layout is pretty similar to what it was in level 1, where basically a lot of the same gags and a lot of the same locations that we're going to be seeing. Yeah, there is one expansion that this level has, but for the most part, if you remember the layout of the first level, you'll be good. Yeah, gotta get up into the treehouse. Come on, Marge. How is it that a Homer can get up into the treehouse with these, but yet you can't? There.
This will look great on our mantelpiece.
Yeah, basically just put that Latin proud in the boudoir, Marge. We need to have your boudoir pics with Homer. They have to be present for all to see. Sharing is scaring, after all. So anyways, up here we can now enter Bart's room. Though the only real use for it in this level is basically being able to buy some stuff. Anyways, this level is unique in that, unlike the other levels where you typically buy one outfit and one vehicle, this level requires you to buy two outfits. However, you don't have to buy a vehicle. Those outfits being the inmate and the police outfits. So anyways, first off, we'll just buy them all here. Buy them all now. Yeah, we'll buy the classy outfit, just Marge's suit from that one episode. Yeah, basically that one suit from that one episode. Yeah, real specific there, in a show as long-running as The Simpsons. That one episode. Yeah, the episode with Homer in it. Okay, so anyways, let's head over into Flanders' yard. Now, come on. Anyways, in this level, I believe this is where the wasps will start to get a little tougher, in that basically, instead of firing one projectile, they'll fire 3. But in terms of behavior, they are pretty much similar to what we've been seeing in the past. Okay, so anyways, apparently Flanders, he's just really paranoid as of lately because, interact with the bomb shelter.
We're waiting for the apocalypse.
Yeah, Flanders just keeping Rod and Todd in the bunker. They're not allowed to leave. Though then again, considering that the Flanders live right next door to the Simpsons, basically, hey, if I was in Ned's shoes, I'd be hanging out in the bunker all the time as well. But then again, considering basically what happened with with Bart's comet, where basically one piece of rubble, just one tiny little rock, just caused the entire thing to just collapse in on itself. Hopefully Flanders built this one a little better. Yeah, we jump on and then boom, it just collapses in. Okay, so anyways, it's gonna be a lot of the same as just what we saw back in episode 1, where basically we're going around. Yeah, this time we see fireflies. Ooh, real big difference. Though, however, while the layout is pretty similar to what we saw back in level 1, the missions are gonna be a step above. Okay, so anyways, this time around, we have the Cantinero.
Having 3 kids.
Just as I said back in level 1, the Cantinero is all about toughness. Basically, as you can see, the Cantinero, comparing it to the electric car. Okay. Malibu Stacy car, 2.5 speed. 2.5 speed, 1.5 acceleration. 3 acceleration, 1.5 toughness, as you can see. Just 4 stars of toughness, and then 3 handling, and Malibu Stacy pretty much higher. And accidentally touched my thing! Yippee, I bent my controller. Oh great, is my controller gonna die? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I just love how I tap my controller. I swear, everything I touch is dying nowadays. Just today I had to replace my iPad that I had for the last 10 years. So anyways, let's just get going. Yeah, Marge doesn't get her own theme.
You're looking at some serious road rage.
Oh, anyways, we do have a new feature in this level. Ned's doorbell.
Is that you, Lord? Not now. I'm busy genuflecting. Finally, my videotape of Christian vegetables is here.
Yeah, just no VeggieTales. It's just Christian vegetables.
Do you know the gumdrop? I mean, password?
And also, just, you can go to Chief Wiggum's house.
I really should have worn sensible shoes.
Where you still get some goodies, you still get some wasps here. As well as the 2 crates, and Rolf just walking around the backyard for some reason. But then again, this is Rolf we're talking about. He doesn't need a reason to be Rolf. Rolf marches to the beat of his own drum, darn it. No one tells Rolf what to do.
Greetings, fellow Springfielder.
When the doctor said I didn't have worms anymore, that was the happiest day of my life.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ralph's dialogue is not going to change from level to level. It's not like... Oh, looks like we're going to have 1 crate. I'm not risking it with the other one. Yeah, I'm not going to reload the entire game just to have a single crate more. Darn it, we have plenty of other levels we can go to. Actually, no, we're not going to do the bonus mission just yet, because as you can see, the Candineiro isn't exactly the swiftest car out there. As such, we're going to want to change it up. We're not going to go with Lisa's car. There are other cars that we can get that are a little better. Okay, there we are.
Pay for that. Cautiously, wildly accelerating. Ooh, feels good to stretch my game.
I just love how Marge's kick, it's not a standard kick, it's a curb stomp. Marge will curb stomp people. You want to kick someone, Marge is going to curb stomp. Yeah, anyways, just in regards to locations, while the gamble race will change, Gil's location, weirdly enough, won't. So basically, just go back to where you came, just in the first level. Go to where you came? What the heck? I'm acting like Marge is a demon from the abyss. Yeah, go back to whence you came, Marge. Your eggs are not welcome here, not in this house. Yeah, come on, jump, Marge, jump. Yeah, the characters just love to run up the walls for some reason. Yeah, this sort of area, this area always makes me a little nervous. Yeah, there are no bees up here, just, yeah, as you can see, some of the bee locations do actually change from level to level. Just because you're going back to the same location doesn't mean that just everything is going to be exactly as it was. In regards to items like, say, the crates, yeah, they are going to be lining up pretty much with what you saw prior.
This goes in my hope chest.
But basically, but for the most part... Actually, no, Gil is right there. I was getting mixed up with the other entrance. I thought Gil was in the other section, the Evergreen Terrace area. Yeah, actually, yeah, I can see why I made that mistake. Because basically, I'm going in basically the opposite direction from where we went last time.
The wolf is at old Gil's door.
Okay, so anyways, Krusty Limo. This is a toughness car. Pretty much on par with what we have with the Candineiro.
Yeah, you're gonna buy a car?
Though the Curator, on the other hand, as you can see, very nice handling. With a 2.5 speed, 3 acceleration, 2.5 toughness. Yeah, so let's buy this one. Yeah, I just want to see one thing. I want to see just one thing. Curator, 2.5, 3, 2.5. Okay. 4.5. Same as the Malibu Stacy, though 2.5, 3, 2.5. Yeah, so basically, this is a little tougher. Yeah, so basically, exact same as the Malibu Stacy, but a little better.
Where to next, video game?
Yeah, not to mention you're not driving Lisa's car. We owe Lisa nothing, darn it. I guess that car likes Lisa. What, is that some goon hired by Millhouse? Yeah, look how the bees are just crowding us. They're just swarming us. I guess the bees work for Lisa. These are Lisa's killer bees from that one episode where she turned Mr. Burns' stadium into a bee sanctuary. Where's that other bee? There was a second bee up here. I'm not going mad. There was a second bee. Where's the bee? Ah, there's the bee. Or, that's not a bee. That's not a bee at all. Where is the bee? Where's the bee? I saw a bee here. I saw a bee flying around. I saw 2 bees.
All for Marge.
Anyways, hitting card for this level. An ATV that does not have good handling. It does not have good handling whatsoever. Look at this thing. Almost as disgusting as the monorail. At least this car has the advantage of just being small. And what the heck? This is an off-road vehicle. How is this thing failing so much? Yeah, there's the bee. I knew there was a bee somewhere. I knew I wasn't going crazy. Oh, it just caught in the tree. Okay, there. Okay, thought I was going crazy. I'm thinking, what, did the bee glitch out, or was I imagining things? Was I hallucinating?
What?
Yeah, really, just the hidden cars in this game, as cool as they look, and just how elusive they can be to find, just, they are not all that good. So really, just, unless you're going for a challenge, don't try to use them. Okay, anyways, I think there's a bee over here.
I
Yep.
should pay more attention.
Come on. Eh. Okay, there. Another bee bites the dust. Another wasp is down. Okay, so anyways, let's get going. Yeah, we'll make our way back to the Quickie Mart area.
Oh my heavens!
It's just so weird right now because in order to basically help to conserve my battery on my new iPad, I'm using my cell phone as my timer just for at least a couple of recording sessions. So yeah, it just feels weird looking over. But still, it's kind of shaking, you know? Where I've had that iPad ever since I started doing these videos, you know?
No doodlebugs.
Okay, anyways, let's do comic book guy.
Mr. Guy, what are you doing here?
Well, I've been trying to convince Agnes to come make fun of school children, but she refuses to go out with me. That son of hers keeps intercepting every gift I send her and hides them at his workplace. He's a jerk and a fool.
Why not just go get them back?
I would, but... well, I'm not a terribly mobile person. There, I said it.
Oh, I know. It's not easy being husky. Tell you what, I'll take care of this for you if you help me take care of some things.
By the moons of Xanthor, it is a pact. The bond is made. The agreement is sacred under the vows of the knights who say...
Okay, I get it. Sheesh.
Though really, you'd think that if Skinner wanted to get comic book guy away from his mother, he would just unleash his full Green Beret training. Seriously, Smithers, not Smithers, Smithers could kick comic book guy's ass, Skinner could easily kick comic book guy's ass. Seriously, just, what would comic book guy be able to do?
Everyone better stay out of my way. Time to drive this car insane.
Yeah, so anyways, let's get going to the school. We have that shortcut that we have.
Ooh. Send the bill to Homer. Okay, Marge, stick to the plan.
Yeah, as you can see, we can now finally just jump those houses. So yeah, that's a bonus. Okay, so anyways, out of the bonus missions, this is actually one of the easier ones to complete. Just even easier than the one with Skinner, funnily enough. Even though this ironically does include him in some way, shape, or form. You would think that there would also be an avoidance section involving Skinner, you know?
Easy.
Yeah, heck, hit and run isn't going to really do much to you here. Considering that basically the cops aren't going to really be able to readily reach you.
Yes!
Yeah, we're not going to mess with that. We'll come back for that later. Yeah, if we lose our footing.
I need more step aerobics classes.
Okay, yeah, no worries.
I could really use a lift.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the timer goes down while you're selecting vehicles, so
Let's
just
do
be
this
quick. And don't be afraid to go to your default if push comes to shove.
Sorry about that.
Anyways, this is arguably the hardest part of the mission, just get back to comic book guy. Okay.
Oh my.
Get out of the way! Get out of the way, Slowpoke! The nerve of some people, you can't rush past them. Yeah, also, this level introduces garbage trucks. Garbage trucks can be your absolute enemy in this level, and in the next one as well.
Oh, I shouldn't enjoy that. I need some.
Yeah, Mark
road
just
rage.
gets enjoyed being fined by the
Power
cops.
walking is good. Well, that's done like laundry.
Thank you very much. Now I can see my beloveds sneer again. Here's my number. Give me a call if you want to hear my theories on why Krusty has jumped the shark. Good day.
Did I win?
Krusty jumped the shark ever since he started his show. You act like Krusty has standards.
Building.
Have you ever seen the Krusty pregnancy test? Okay, but anyways, let's just head back to school. Though, it's kind of odd how basically that mission involves Skinner, basically, and Agnes, yet you don't get anything involving Skinner. You would think that they would have a part where Skinner ambushes you and you gotta avoid him. But hey, I'm fine with a nice easy mission now and again. Because really, as the game progresses, you will grow to appreciate the easy missions. You will learn to love the easy missions. You will cherish the easy missions. Because trust me, the missions will get harsher as the game progresses. In fact, anyone who has ever played this game before can easily rattle off a few of the later game missions that basically live in their minds with infamy.
Oh, it's just
Because
nice
there
to
are
be
plenty
out
of them in this game. There are plenty. Heck, even in this level, there's one or two.
Nuts.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So anyways, let's head into school, get some gags. We could have also went to the Quickie Mart. Darn it, we didn't get the good gag. basically, just you enter the school, you'll get some various gags. One of the gags that you can get when you enter the elementary school is, is Burns and Smithers trying to smuggle in nuclear waste.
Hello, I'm Marge.
I'm thinking of implementing an employee dress code. Willie's kilt should never creep higher than mid-thigh.
You implement that dress code, Skinner, you're not going to be coming back to work alive.
Hi there, Mr. Smiles.
I've got to break some bad news to the students. Lumpy the snake ate the school rabbit, and quite possibly Sherry and Terry.
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey.
40 more years and I'll be able to retire quite comfortably.
Greetings, fellow Springfielder.
Chalmers just told me I've got 30 days to meet minimum reading standards from 1932. Fat chance.
Hello, I'm Marge.
Mother says I can't go home until I'm superintendent.
As if Skinner could take on Chalmers.
Hi there, Mr. Smiles.
As God is my witness, I will stop the demons of wising off, face-making, and horseplay in this school.
Well, that's never going to happen, Skinner, until you get rid of that colored chalk that was forged by Lucifer himself.
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey.
If the kids get any dumber, I'm going to have to release them into the forest.
Greetings, fellow Springfielder.
The military just informed me that they're not going to reject me because of my leanings.
Hello, I'm Marge.
Do the children know they've been eating fried textbooks for weeks?
Hi there, Mr. Smiles.
Well, I have a lot of pencils to sharpen and arrange, but you only live once.
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey.
I'm circulating a petition requiring all students to refer to water as oxygen dihydride. Water sounds a little flowery for my tastes.
Hey, you know that Martin would be referring to water as such, just no questions asked.
Greetings, fellow Springfielder.
I'm trying to think of a way to blame our latest test scores on reality television.
Hello, I'm Marge.
I'm thinking of implementing an employee dress code. Willie's kilt should never creep higher than mid-thigh.
Okay, but let's see if we can trigger the one with Smithers and Burns. Darn it! Ralph, we don't need you. We want Smithers and Burns. Okay.
You got it.
Okay. Nothing here. Anyways, as you can see, Willie sells the vehicle for this level, and his vehicle is...
What are you doing here?
Yeah, I've got to sell my beloved tractor. My father's been thrown in the clink for football hooliganism, and I've no money for his bail.
Well, I certainly could use a tractor around the house for hauling away Homer's empties.
As if Willie's dad would have any issues in jail. Darn it, in 5 minutes, Willie's dad would be running the place. Anyways, as you can see, speed of 3, acceleration of 2.5, toughness relatively tough and relatively good handling. Yeah, let's just compare the two stats. I'm sorry, I just have a horrible memory when it comes to this thing. Okay, 2.5. Yeah, the handling. Okay, 4.5. Sorry, 3.5. Okay, yeah, as you can see, just 4.5. Yeah, the toughness is going to be higher. But anyways, acceleration of 3. Speed of 3, and... yeah, so basically, Willie's tractor is a little bit faster, but the handling on the Curator's vehicle is a little better. Yeah, not to mention you have a little bit better acceleration, so we're just gonna go with basically the Curator.
Hook me up
Sorry,
with some
Willie.
wheels, man.
Darn it, we used Willie. You used me, CzarThwomp! You used me! Yeah, but as you can see, vehicles are starting to cost more. Everything's starting to cost more as we progress through. I don't know if we hit that crate. I'm just paranoid.
Hope they're all right. Sensible
Anyways,
shoot to
these
the
garbage trucks, like I said before, these garbage trucks, they can be the bane of your existence because they are big. They are big and they are tough.
Nice
They barely
girls,
move when you
finish
hit them, and
fast.
darn it, they will basically cause some damage.
Oh, that's gonna cost me.
Okay. Thought there was a card there, right in the direct path. Anyways, there is something unique about basically the ramps in this game. As you can see, as you saw, when we went up that fire truck's ladder, we just jettisoned forward pretty quickly. The reason is that the game has it where acceleration is increased and gravity is decreased when a car is going up such a ramp, just to give it the proper speed needed to basically reach the ledge. Just to basically clear it and just do a sizable jump. So even the slowest cars can really work well on ramps. Okay, jump. Yeah! Okay, good. Yeah, though thankfully we have been working at just farming money over the course of the last several levels. Just make things a little easier on ourselves.
I hope I can do something neat with this. Oh, boy.
Okay, nothing there.
Whoa, wee.
Yeah, I could have sworn I saw a card. I guess it must have been that one that we just picked up. But still, I can't help but feel a little paranoid that I'm missing something.
Just let me catch my breath.
Anyways, as for the Quickie Mart, pretty much the gags are all the same.
What grubber chow do you have?
I would be happy to suggest these new pretzel rods. They're made by an oil company.
I'm starving like mad.
Might I suggest the new cheddar squishy? It's the latest thing in chilled fats.
Yeah, freezer burn on my beard.
Okay, anyways, let's get going. Yeah, I believe we should have just one more gag left. Okay, so anyways... Yeah, the Curator may not be the most interesting looking car, but darn it, it gets the job done.
My bad.
Okay, so anyways... Let's go into this part of town,
I'm so embarrassed.
but not before going up the tower. Okay, come on. For some reason, the camera just does not want to cooperate with me today. Okay.
Yes!
Come on.
Yippee! This'll be Marge's secret.
Yeah, the bowling ball, basically. Just Homer giving Marge that bowling ball. It just smacks into the cake. Yeah, and then just Homer, just after Marge has her freak out, and basically about how she doesn't even bowl, just Homer, well, in that case, I know someone who might like it.
I'll clean that up later. Ow! My tushy! Woo!
Okay, yeah, with this one, you have to be a little more careful with basically getting this next card. Okay. want to overshoot it. Oh, right, yeah, I always get mixed up with this. The skid marks signify just how to clear the Krusty Burger. Okay, instead, you're just going to want to go straight forward.
Nice girls, finish fast.
Okay, nice. Just before we smashed into that truck, into that crate.
Well, this is going right next to Bart's baby shoes.
Okay, yeah, that's not going to be too big a thing because we're not going to come back for that one. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going back for that crate. I'm not going to go on top of the Krusty Burger for just a single crate every time. We got other ones we can work with. Okay. Anyways, this time around, we can actually enter Mr. Burns' mansion. So anyways, go inside. As you can see, there really isn't that much in here. It's just a single portrait of Mr. Burns and some miscellaneous potted plants. Yeah, there's nothing over there for you. Nothing on those balconies. Okay, so anyways, just go over here.
I'll wiggle this thing, Gummy. This will look great on our mantelpiece.
Yeah, Marge is really proud of that painting, though. Funnily enough, when I was doing my practice run lately, just to get myself reacquainted with the game, I collected that one as the 6th card, and of course, when Marge collects the 6th card, she's basically like, "This would look great next to Bart's baby shoes."
Too bad. Please don't sue us again.
Okay, yeah, how many cards do we have out of curiosity? Okay, all 7 cards. Okay, nice. Let's go over them. The Mr. Plow coat. The Mr. Plow jacket. Boom, cha-cha-cha, boom, cha-cha-cha, boom, cha-cha, boom. I'm Mr. Plow, and I'm here to say I'm the plowing guy in the USA. I got a big plow, and I move a lot of things. I just like your cow if you have one. I'm horrible. Homer may no longer have his Mr. Plow business, but Marge won't let him get rid of this jacket. Thanks for not cannot do it. Thanks for not making fun of my genitalia. I thought I did. Burns portrait. Marge proves her artistic skills by revealing the inner beauty of a naked, ugly Monty Burns. Hey, Smithers would pay top dollar for that portrait. Maybe it's the beer talking, Marge, but you got a bun that won't quit. They got those big chewy pretzels here. $5! Get out of here! Sorry, it's just on my TV the text is a little blurred. You got a butt that won't quit. They got those big chewy pretzels here. $5! The only love letter Marge ever received from Homer, written on the back of a postcard from the Duff Brewery in capital city in 1978. Ugh, I cannot read today. Homer bowling ball. Don't worry, this frosting will come right off. Beauty, isn't she?
Well, it's hard for me to judge since I've never bowled in my life.
In that case, I know. Don't worry. Yeah. In that case, if you don't want it, I know someone who would. Homer gave a beautiful green bowling ball, engraved Homer to Marge for her birthday. What'd you do? What'd you use, Marge? The old buff and bluff? The Hail Murray? The Susquehanna shovel? The red blazer representing the principles and ideals of the real estate industry. Boudoir album. Gee, you said you were gonna make me look sexier, but it's awfully dark in here. Light is not your friend. Homer gets second prize at a contest put on by the local radio station. A free boudoir photography session.
Homer, give me my pepper spray!
Oh, Marge, one squirt and you're south of the border. Incapacitating. I just realized my Marge voice is essentially the Vikers from the Oddworld series.
Humphrey, why are you on The Simpsons? We have things we're trying to sell. War crimes to commit.
From Marge's brief stint as a police officer, Homer enjoys a squirt of pepper spray on his eggs in the morning. There we go. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Yeah, though this time, we have the joy of being able to just run these guys down. Okay. Anyways, when hitting these guys right here, just these guys in the chest, basically burns his human chest set. It actually is fascinating. I cannot talk. It's actually fascinating because they do retain some of the physics that was used in Road Rage. Okay, how many wasps do we have out of curiosity? Okay, 15 out of 20.
Oh dear. I sure hope
Yeah, let's see if there's anything in the Stonecutter's Lounge. The Stonecutter's secret passageway. Nope. Okay, so anyways, yeah, we're pretty much full circle in the level. Jump!
I don't have any crickets.
Okay, this is the level that I thought that I was getting mixed up with when it came to the first one. Yeah, basically, I thought in the first level that there was a wasp in the catwalk. But nope, it was this one. Nice, nice. Okay, let's just make sure we're not missing anything.
Let's see what this does. Just one little adjustment.
Jump. Yeah, I don't think that there's anything else up here, but I just want to double check.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, kind of fascinating that they included this area, considering that basically Marge has zero reason to go up in the catwalk outside of getting that one wasp cam. Okay, I don't think that we got all the coins. Okay.
Ooh, feels good to stretch my gams.
Okay, good to see that we're back up to snuff with our coins. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that there are any bees in the parking lots. Okay, how many gags do we have? 13 out of 15 gags! Okay, we're missing 2. Now, which ones would we be missing? That's my question. And we can always do it later. Yeah, I'm just trying to think about what we would be missing.
Let's pick it up here, people.
Or also where those wasp cams would be. Okay, but first things first, we can at least buy the remaining car.
You just gotta help old Gil out.
Okay, we'll buy the Krusty limo.
Kind sir, could you give me a lift?
Okay, mission select. We'll head back for a few minutes more. Start the cycle anew. Okay, let's head to the backyard. Destroy the crates, and then basically we can end things off.
I need a Long Island iced tea.
Okay, head back over here. Yeah, where would we be missing out on wasp cams and the like? Could have sworn that we went around to all the areas. Okay. And on that note, I think that now would be a good time to end things off. I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer. Now, if you come back for the next one, like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do everything you want. With us, see you next time. Bye.